either, but this is something worth getting up for, I think. So thank you all for coming and for your support of the DAR schools. In my almost 15 years as executive director at KDS, the absolute worst thing about my job, the thing that turns my stomach, it makes me lose sleep at night, is selecting the students who get to represent us at Continental Congress. Because when we interview them, they are all fabulous, and it's so hard to pick just one young man and one young woman. But the best thing about my job is getting to spend time with these students, because 99% of the time they make me feel young.
Good morning. My name is Caitlin O'Neill, and I'm a senior at KDS DAR High School. I've attended KDS since kindergarten, and I've been in love with the community and the atmosphere of the school ever since. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to speak to you today, and why I'm so honored to attend KDS. My favorite subject in school is biology. This is great since I plan to major in physician's assistant. I have a lot of biology with the deep-rooted patriotism that is instilled in each student. No other school makes it a priority to teach loyalty and spirit to the student body like KDS. Everywhere you go, you see something patriotic. In the classrooms, the hallways, gymnasiums, and other athletic facilities. KDS provides opportunities for students to learn academic subjects, but there's also an underlying curriculum that teaches students so much more. They learn respect, responsibility, how to create and maintain a solid work ethic, and of course, patriotism. We also learn social skills and make valuable connections and friendships through our partnership, which is of the utmost importance, and KDS delivers in both categories. Not to mention the memories and friends that the school has given me are extraordinary, and I wouldn't trade either for the world. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to be here to speak to you.
Thank you, Kate. We are also pleased to have with us this morning Scott Breithaupt, DAR, Representative and Associate Vice President at Berry College in Mount Berry, Georgia, and Student Representative Arturo Pintle. We will now hear from Mr. Breithaupt and Mr. Pintle. Thank you.
It's just great to see so many friends that I know and meet new friends here. So many Berry connections. Just sitting down with Mrs. Dillard, finding out she's family friends with a young lady who's a senior at Berry, who's mentoring Arturo here in his major. So it's just such a small world. Ms. Kelly Boydens, who's a longtime Berry friend, her daughter Sarah went to Berry, and I was getting an update. She's already graduated. I was getting updates from her. I will note, a couple people asked me already how our Eagles are doing, especially because we had a pretty bad storm a couple Fridays ago. Some straight line winds came through and took out about 50 trees. So remarkably, it was very localized and at first very scary. It was all around the Eagle's Nest. If you're there now, it's one side of the street's cleaned up, the other side there are trees just toppled everywhere and some cut off halfway up the way, all around the Eagle's Nest. But the Eagle's Nest is fine. Our Berry Eagle, we lost one egg this spring and one is about to fledge, so we're really excited about that. So check it out. They're doing well. Our Eagles are in their 12th year now. It's been a remarkable story. We have students at Berry College today whose first introduction to Berry College was watching the Eagle game when their teachers turned it on in middle school and other times in their high school. So that's how we're finding some new students as well. I want to remind everyone, I talked about the Berry connections, but if you have friends or family looking at colleges, I hope you look at Berry as well. We are finding, the best way to find students for your institution is through others who know the institution well. I mean, Berry and DAR have been friends for so long, since 1905. Our founder, Martha Berry, was a very dedicated daughter, and that paved the way for y'all becoming our longest continual friends since 1905. Our values line up, and that's what I always say, why we continue to be friends. We have some just wonderful story after story. There's a junior at Berry right now whose mom told me this story last year. They moved from the east to California. Mom decided to join DAR. She went to her very first DAR chapter meeting. And guess what the program was about? So at Berry College. And she goes home and tells her middle schooler, oh, we got to keep this on the list. And now she's a junior at Berry College doing this so well. We had a lot of fun. We have a freshman from Kentucky, Mary Laura Hardest Day, who's a freshman now in our office. When the President General was with us in September. We had a lot of fun. She wanted to go, which was perfect, to the dining hall for lunch instead of having a nice formal quiet thing. And so all the students were really excited. And we had fun watching the Facebook posts afterwards. The queen is in the house was one of them. And one young lady walks up to one of the members there and says, well, I have a connection. My great-grandmother was a president general. And of course, everybody's like, she's probably confused. That's probably not right. And then the more they talk, it turns out it's true. Her great-grandmother was Marion Duncan, your youngest president general at the time she was elected. And none of us, the staff, didn't know she had that connection. She's not herself in the AR. So we had this wonderful, very, very moment. And what was also Mrs. Wright was just her mouth dropped open. She said to all of us standing there, well, this was a Thursday, next Friday, as part of our officers' kind of closing events, we're going to lay a wreath at Marion Duncan's grave. And that was pre-planned. She didn't say that just off the cuff. It was just, what are the odds of that this young lady walks up and says that? So now we're getting Locke is the young lady's name. We're getting Locke involved with DAR, and she's going to speak at the Georgia State Conference next week, which will be fun. Arturo, come up. You need to hear from him more than me. I thought we would keep this more. I thought I'd surprise him. I'm going to ask him a couple questions. So, let him talk. First of all, were you surprised that you had to sit up here this morning on the dais?
Very much. I was very surprised.
So tell me a little about yourself, where you're from, your major, and why you chose Barry, what your reactions are to your first year here at Barry.
Okay. I have questions. All right. So my name is Arturo Pintor Jr. I'm from Calhoun, Georgia. I was raised in Georgia all my life. My major at Barry College is creative technologies. It's a relatively new major. It entails so many different aspects. So definitely creativity is there, but it's not just your typical engineering, math and science. There's so much that goes into it. There's 3D modeling, laser cutting, fashion design. There's so much that you can do with it. It's really like an umbrella term. It's an avenue in which you can go many different routes and paths in life. And oh yeah, so try to remember. You're asking a lot of questions on the spot. Can you believe this guy? But anyways, my first reactions to Barry so far are amazing. It's a unique and beautiful campus and community. It's a very tight-knit community. Everyone literally knows almost everyone. So it's a very wonderful college experience. And on top of that, I actually have really close relationships with my professors. And that, honestly, that immensely boosts not just my academic grades, but just, my whole morale in college and stuff. And so it's really well, it's really awesome. And just a quick little recap, the way I found Barry was through my teachers at my local high school. And they talked so good about Barry. They talked so much about their experiences and how wonderful it was. And so I was like, man, I got to check the school out. And, one thing led to another, and God provided a way, and I was able to go to Barry.
Much of DAR support comes to Barry through scholarship, and in particular, our Gate of Opportunity Scholarship Program. All students work at Barry. What makes Barry distinctive is our work program. Where students
just for honestly the privilege to be here is amazing. I've met a lot of people thus far, and y'all are just so kind. Y'all are honestly so kind, and it's just I'm truly grateful. So thank you so much for your kindness and hospitality, and just so nice. But so far I have a campus job, and that is I'm a student technician. So I'm a certified Macintosh technician as well as a certified iOS technician. And so anything that deals with Apple technology, I handle at Barry college. Whether it's deployments, whether it's teaching and educating different faculty and staff upon equipment and technology you have, or if it's going and fixing old technology, whether it's turning on a button and turn it on and say, hey, it works now. But in all honesty, it's a true story, yes it is. It's a true story. But in all honesty, it has definitely developed me far more professionally and personally, and it's just so many great skills and characteristics come out of there. Like, you learn time management, you learn how to communicate well with people, how to be patient. You definitely learn how to be patient. You learn the skill of active listening to really understand, what the client is going through and what's exactly the issue and what could be the root cause. And you also learn troubleshooting. You learn how to evaluate situations and problems. So my campus job has impacted my life immensely, and it has helped me throughout pretty much all of my college career thus far. So I'm very thankful for it and the opportunity that I have to be a Gate of Opportunity Scholar. I really had to do it. I'm very humbled and honored with those questions. So the first one I'll answer is the creative technologies, what I plan to do after school. So after school, I plan on going into the pediatric prosthetic industry and making an impact there. So my work, especially even this summer, is research, making my first prosthetic fully functioning arm. And my goal with that is to make prosthetics for kids more serviceable, affordable, and available to families, because it's very expensive. And so I definitely want to make an impact there. And it's, ever since I was a little bitty boy, I've always loved making things, and seeing how what I made can impact people's lives. So that's what I want to do after school, if God willing works out. And then to answer the other question, my favorite Bible verse, very good question. Oh my goodness, on the spot. Easy. Zephaniah 3:17. So Zephaniah 3:17 is from the Old Testament, one of the minor prophets. But he mentioned something very, very impactful in my early Christian walk, which was the Lord your God is a mighty Lord in your midst. He will fight you with his love and rejoice over you with great joy. And so it really highlights the closeness of God with you and his tender love, but his constant protection. And so that's what really attracts me to that verse, but it's also just so beautiful, really, the whole book of Zephaniah, because it highlights God's justice and holiness, but also highlights his love and compassion and mercy. So, that's Thank you all very much.
I don't know about you all, but I think between Arturo and Caitlin, our future may be in pretty good hands. So I have a few announcements. We would like to remind everyone to attend the Education Lunch at Continental Congress this year. It will take place on Friday, June 30th at noon in the Enterprise Ballroom at the JW Marriott.